What's going on, guys? In this video, I want to break down how we are serving more clients with less effort and headache without sacrificing client results, and things that we continue to really try to innovate on in this space personally. So this is what we're doing and also what we're fixing and improving upon. Hopefully this gives you some intel. Let's dive in. Welcome back, guys. Greg here with Alt Agency. We train and coach agency businesses, service providers on how to grow, systematize, and scale. And one of the things that, as we went from kind of full service to productized service to training and coaching, it's very easy to see a lot of coaches, right? There's coaches, there's high ticket programs, there's courses. And I think there's oftentimes a lot of confusion with what the difference is. And while it is a little bit of semantics, I do want to cover the fact that I think you see right now a lot of course providers, course creators who often have a strength in teaching, adding coaching. And it's like a course plus coaching. But coaching is as a business, the difference between a course and a coach is actually the transformational element. Because when you add a coach, the accountability goes up and it's about delivering transformative experiences. And so if you're just throwing people into a Kajabi platform and letting them watch videos, yes, if they were to do everything perfectly, they could have a transformation, but you're more of an info business. You're more of an education, e-learning. And if you're on the coaching side, you might have a lot of methodologies that you could package into a curriculum, which could feel like a course. And so it's not like you're either or, but at the end of the day, each of these things are ingredients, a way for you to get your client to the outcome that you promised. And so that's how I start to think about, well, whether you call me an agency, whether you call me a training a company, or coaching is a part of training. So whatever you label it, it doesn't matter as long as you're getting the actual client the result. And in order to get the client the result that you promise, you probably need some different ingredients. And so I want to break down the delivery model, the 3C recipe that we use and focus on when we think about how do we get our client from this problem to a solution. And hopefully this will give you some ideas of things that maybe are current gaps for you that you can focus on. So I think there's really three core ingredients that any service provider, whether you're an online agency, consultant, or whatever, you probably want to have inside of your delivery so that you can be more profitable, more scalable, and further guarantee client results and efficiency. And so the first one is curriculum. This is where you would say the course, right? But the first one is curriculum. Now, on the curriculum side, I think there's really three things that make up curriculum. Well, one, you have to have enough expertise that probably came from doing a lot of repetitions and or have specialized enough that you've been able to productize your knowledge, your skills, your process, your deliverables so that it's not custom every single time. There's repeatability. Once you've productized it, right? Like a fixed fee, fixed scope, fixed outcome, I have a fixed process of delivering. That's when you can start packaging your IP, your intellectual property. We start packaging our intellectual property to give ourselves leverage so that we don't need to always be on a one-on-one call or even a group call to transfer information, knowledge to our clients that they can act upon. So if you find yourself saying the same thing, if you find yourself saying, hey, you need to do steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fill out these things, do these actions or these behaviors, packaging that up into a consumable training that they can consume on their own time is going to give you your time back, increase your margins, but also allow them to consume it whenever they want. So now the delivery is not bound to them being in your office or even being on a Zoom call. And so there's things that your client can be doing to move themselves forward without you. Now, this doesn't mean you just let them kind of off, and this is back to how I started. Like a course with no other ingredients, often a lot of people don't finish the course and there's no accountability. We're going to get to that. Once you have packaged the IP, if you truly are someone who's innovating and making new things for your clients to make their lives easier, which is something, every single month we release a new training and or revamp an old training to make it more fresh and easier, simplify it for our clients, that you will have new stuff, right? Like you'll have new methodologies, especially if you're in the digital marketing landscape, right? Like there's new stuff every day. So you have to be kind of innovating on how you get your clients results over time. And so you can't just productize and package it, but you need to continue to release more stuff, improve on old things. And in order to do that, what you really need to learn how to do is engineer knowledge. And there is a whole industry called knowledge engineering, instructional design, that is making its way into our online service space. And so when we think of curriculum, we need to be able to productize things, we need to be able to package our IP, but we need to be able to go speak to a client and say, hey, I want to dissect why this is working, or I want to extract what's working from other peers, or something that we did internally that we should then go give to clients. And we need a process to engineer that knowledge into a consumable thing that a client can actually go execute upon, and or even our team can execute upon. So the first kind of core ingredient is curriculum, productizing your offerings, packaging your IP, and having a process to continually engineer knowledge and release it to clients. The next piece is customization. Oftentimes when you look at just a course, you don't get the customizations that come from the nuance. Yes, a lot of us have similar businesses. Your process might even be linear and everyone needs to do the same thing. But there are probably little nuances and idiosyncrasies of my business, or at least I think, and your clients will think the same, that will require you to help finesse your methodology or your approach to their exact circumstance, which means you need to be able to customize even a tiny bit, tailor it, if you will, to your client. So how do we do that? Well, there's a variety of ingredients that you can look at inside of this recipe. Maybe you need all three of these ingredients. Maybe you need only two or only one, but at some point you might have all of them. The most common are obviously consulting and or coaching. I mentioned earlier that coaching is really a subset of training companies, because you need to coach through the training and implementation of said thing. And so this is where you'll see one-on-one coaching sessions or group coaching, group consulting, calls. The next ingredient is implementation, or for a better word might be assembly. This is where, for us, we have a lot of pre-built assets that our clients can literally click and install into their business that are 85, 90, sometimes 95% done. They just need to customize a tiny bit of it. But we've already implemented a lot. We're just going to assemble it for them, or they're going to assemble it themselves. But most of the actual building is done for them. Another one is actually doing it for them. So I'll say done for you. And I'll throw in software in here. You're seeing the introduction of tech-enabled services is a term that's going around, where people will say, hey, I have this software that we use. One of our clients, they've built their own proprietary software that they use as a tool to help serve their clients inside of their training business. You might have an off-the-shelf tool. A lot of our clients use ActiveCampaign. We can give our clients all of our ActiveCampaign automations. We could either install that for them. We can create a video and show them how to implement it, with one of these three ingredients. And so there's different ways and ingredients you can deploy to offer up customization to your clients. And I think the last piece, which is continuing to grow, is community. And community, I look at the benefit of having community inside of your offering, whether it's an offering or your core offer incorporates all of these things. There's a couple different ways to slice it here, is that you have accountability. I'm a believer of peer-to-peer accountability is much actually stronger than me, checking in on you, because no one really wants a babysitter. We want to be held accountable, but doing that through a peer-to-peer small group environment can be really powerful. So through a community, we get accountability. We also get environment. You're the average of the 5 people you spend your most time with. If you're in a group of people that are high performers, that expect you to be your best and are, rising up to peak performance, you will naturally perform higher, because you're around people that are thinking bigger than you, that inspire you, motivate you. At least they should, if the community is the right community for you. And so being in the right environment is a key piece of community. And I'm going to just add proximity to those people that might be ahead of you or have more knowledge and experience. You could do this just as a subset, through events, whether it's virtual or in person. I'm in a mastermind where I just went to California with 32 other people that are doing high 7 and even 8 figures in their business, and to be around them and absorb and hear how they think elevates how I think. And so when you think about your delivery, or at least how we think about our academy program, for example, when we serve our clients, it's not just, oh, there's a coaching call, right? It's not just, oh, there's videos. There's multiple ingredients at play that allow us to get a client from A to Z, or whatever the, unhappy face is, to the promised land. And we deploy a variety of these ingredients, focusing again on curriculum, customization, and community, to move our clients from problem to promise. That's the 3C recipe that we use. And I think, if you're an agency owner, a service provider, if all you do is done for you, you're not only leaving a lot of opportunity on the table, which honestly is sometimes okay, you are actually putting yourself at risk, in my opinion, with where the world is going. I was having a conversation with some folks around, if you're really good at your agency, oftentimes people want to bring it in-house. And if you're not good enough, they fire you. And so you kind of have to be like just in the middle. But if you're getting paid for your knowledge, your thinking, and some of these other ingredients, you can become a lot more valuable. And we've seen that in our business. And we know to kind of take our business to the next level, we need to continue to focus on this 3C recipe. So if you have knowledge, service, skills that can be packaged up, productized, and you want to start incorporating, more profitable revenue streams, delivery models inside your business like this that allow you to serve more clients with less headache, with less effort, then there's a link in the description. You can check it out to schedule a call, chat with our team. No pressure, just to explore if this is something that could work for the experience that you have inside of your business. Other than that, we put together a couple other videos for you that you can check out right after this that will kind of build off of this concept. So hope you found this useful. Let me know your biggest takeaway in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.